since 2013. And the Thunder can earn a playoff berth here tonight with a victory at home. And yet to beat the Nuggets this season, 0-3. Offensive efficiency. It is a true motion offense, Michael, and it's giving the Thunder fits.
Right, and it starts with that guy right there, Jokic. You know, you just got to stay home on him. You know, another good thing you haven't talked about, partner, is when the Thunder get out in transition. Jokic is not one of those guys who likes to get out in transition.
Excellent young player out of Kentucky. One of the many interchangeable guards in Westbrook.
This guy is a tough defender from 1 to the 4 position.
And Barton swishes that one home. Some issues has been all the different motion and cutting of the Denver offense. George goes right at Jokic and finishes over the top of the big man.
A nice strong move by Paul George.
One is crashing the defensive glass. Things that take a lot of focus is Jeremy Grant picking up where he left off against the Pacers as he drains another three. Instead, will use one of his screens. Steps back. That three is good. And Russell Westbrook had a tough step back and he knocks down.
Nuggets defense as they give up a lot of corner threes.
Millsap spins with the scope as his offensive game has really stepped up here over the last 8. That's Denver turning the Thunder turnover into offense. George, another tough shot, and he went to the bank.
A bad spot because Paul George can easily score off the dribble as he can from downtown.
Denver is off to a scorching hot start here in this first quarter. Shooting 75%, that has pushed the Nuggets to a 5-point lead. George again, same play, almost this time at Barton, who contends that he stood his ground, but George can get in the and one for the possible 3-point play. Averaging over 15 points per game for the Thunder on the season. Drills the three, Jokic. Oh, not just skill, but there's some athleticism.
Right there.
He will defend Jokic. Pass over to the corner, that three, that is good.
To the basket. Both teams solid movement.
Murray's used that ball fake a couple of times to his advantage.
Averaging over 10 points a game. Another one of those guys coming off the bench.
Nice ball movement. Noel scores and gets fouled. Played on a 2-way contract last year. This is what Billy Donovan was talking about and trying to avoid, and it leads to a second opportunity and a bucket there for Morris. He took care of the basketball.
And how about 7 turnovers against 29 assists? Well, you talk about the ratio of that. That's off the charts.
Second opportunity, thanks to Nerlens Noel. Now Schroeder trying to knife his way, looking for some space, off balance as his body was taking him away from the rim, and he still floats it up with the right hand. Pick and roll, Plumlee had his pass deflected. Nader goes hard to the cup and scores. He almost lost it on the way down, stuck with it.
Smart play.
Schroeder got the screen, now fires it back down. Morris, no, and another slam by Noel inside.
And beyond, always see the ball.
So pay attention to the ball, not the player.
That's a lot harder. It's easy to say than it is to do.
Adams finishes over Mason Plumlee. The ability to initiate the offense in anybody's hands. That's really what you get from Denver. Is Millsap, boy, he has had himself a first half. Paul Millsap now with 7. Now Plumlee again. Ball movement is Barton. Flies by and scores inside. We try to clear it out, says Mike Malone. The defense comes over and forces the deflection and the turnover. Terrence Ferguson getting it done now. Westbrook goes to the left hand inside.
Thunder picked up that loose change on the floor and got into transition again.
Jokic again passes up the jumper instead. Takes a couple of dribbles, get a higher percentage shot. He floats it in. So Jokic now 5 out of his first 7. Westbrook went hard at the defensive player in Gary Harris. Lost it. Murray plants himself and drains the three.
I think we're watching the standings a lot of times after games about as much as we're watching the NCAA tournament. Nice pass by Paul George. Steven Adams hanging out in that dunker slot.
Harris, no, and George comes down to help out to snatch away that rebound.
Look at Steven Adams running the floor again.
Oh, that'll be an and one as he pounds the rim.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Backdoor cut. Westbrook off the perfect pass from Adams as they execute the inbounds. We're in the paint.
You gotta love that. Such a high percentage.
You can't leave him open as Jokic nearly averaging a triple-double against the Thunder on the season for team. you look at its core as Ferguson. Oh, did a great job of knocking it free. Now Steven Adams, the big fella, the Euro step on, he scores inside.
That's not the Euro step. Good job by Steven Adams stretching out that rebound. Denver could have easily gotten that.
Oh, what? Westbrook, the hard drive, counted on the foul.
Mr. Smith, is that his name? We don't like Mr. Smith. We like Neal in transition. That's a nice move by Paul George.
Nice spin.
Excuse me, Paul Millsap.
Finds the slashing Westbrook. Now picked up by Jokic. Fun matchup here. Westbrook blows right by him.
There's nothing you can do.
So you wonder how much energy Denver's going to have. Nice pass. George climbs the ladder and scores with a dunk. Murray now matched up with Grant. Steps back. And Jamal Murray continues.
The top team tonight here on an offensive glass.
Westbrook missed it. Springing free. Harris in transition and the score.
Get yourself offensively. You've had great success in that painted area. Continue to attack. Your Honor, I rest my case before I could speak it. Set up a zone defense. You need somebody who can get in that middle, have the confidence to take a shot.
And Noel battling Jokic, using that big body killer for the Thunder defense, especially when he forced that miss from Jokic. Now he's going to go to work inside. And he floats it up over the outstretched arm of Noel. Morris looking for some space, dumps it off, but Plumlee floats it up and in. And this is the biggest lead of the night for the Denver Nuggets. After the Thunder tied it at 68, it is a 14-2 run. Schroeder comes right back, and there's another follow slam. Missing the playoffs a season ago on the final day of the regular season, losing in overtime to Minnesota. To make the playoffs this year is Nader, hoists and hits from downtown.
And what a big basket.
Morris surveying the floor, rejects the screen. Instead, floats it up and in with 1.6. Morris has done a job here coming in, playing the point position. That three is good out of the hands of Beasley. The Thunder initiate the offense well behind the three-point line, and Schroeder with a nice mid-range jumper.
Back buckets will help. Get those stops, more importantly, on this end of the floor.
But Beasley comes right back with the response. From so many different directions as Miles will give it up to Plumlee. And Plumlee, another move, as he is now 5 for 5 in the game. It's a rebound by George. Tough step back three. Splashes home for Paul George. Much needed. His first three of the night. In order to keep the pressure on, you got to keep it at single digits. George made one, make it two, as he splashes home another three. Thunder trying to find some sustained momentum. Almost midway through this fourth quarter. Murray, boy, how many tough fadeaways has he had here tonight like that?
Thunder right now. Just continue to score. That's going to be a big factor here this final 6 minutes.
George again. Game has really taken a massive step forward. This time Murray got double teamed. Passes out. Barton, the high arcing three is nothing but net.
Good team in the second half for Paul George.
Well, the first one went in. Well, Barton has had the last two buckets. Now he throws it away on the cross-court pass intended for Harris. Westbrook going to go right at Jokic, scoops and scores. That's unfair. Adams, step for step, but Jokic, the nifty move. Murray with 5 on the timer. Heads down by Adams. Adams hand in the face, and Murray. George is going to have to operate with alacrity. Drives quickly down the lane. Murray trying to run even more clock. Someone's going to have to shoot it for the Nuggets. It's Millsap.
And they're just making all the shots.
That has come out and taken the NBA by storm. And will sweep the season series on the Oklahoma City Thunder, winning all 4 games. As the Thunder can't quite mount the second half comeback, Mike.